This week on Xenomania, we head to the Irish countryside for a spooky, mysterious tale of revenge and the supernatural. Following the death of her twin sister, Darcy travels to the home where she died to find out how. Also, does one of my co hosts slash a favorite movie again? This is Oddity. This is Xenomania.
No. Be afraid. Be very afraid.
TV oddities, don't you?
Yes.
Yes. Do you
Yes.
remember the shows that were on it?
Yes.
I remember Head. Or is it The Head?
The Head.
The Head. That was the one where the alien lived in the dude's head.
Yep.
And it was comically large, and it would crawl out of there at times.
Mm-hmm.
But there was a few different shows on there.
That was like late night MTV too. That was like 10
That
o'clock,
was
10:30. Like you watch South Park on Comedy Central, and then you watch Oddities at 10:30.
it was the archetype for Adult Swim.
Oh, of
I'm
course.
positive of it.
Well,
Positive of it.
Adult Swim was around at that time, but they were doing like Space Ghost Coast to Coast, so it was a little more
It was-
tamed.
Yeah. But C-Lab was the ish, man. If you never saw C-Lab, you got to get on the internet right now and watch it. It's
But-
unbelievably funny.
But do you remember the oddities from WWE?
Yes, Golga, Kurgan, Giant
Mm,
Silva, Luna Vachon,
Luna
Us who
Vachon.
remember.
Insane Clown
Oh, I
Posse.
remember Luna. Oh, ICP.
Yeah,
Shout out to my juggalos out there.
you got the
You have
Fago ready.
juggalos?
I don't know. We might have juggalos
There's-
in the fan base.
There's a Juggalo Championship Wrestling.
Because of course there is.
Oh, it's legit
why
too.
wouldn't there be?
Legit. I've seen a couple
Is it
episodes.
legit?
I've seen a couple episodes. It's pretty legit. There's storylines. Vince Russo is there, the former writer of the WWE, who possibly, maybe not, killed WCW. I don't want to create controversy on that.
I mean-
I believe he did. He helped kill it along with Eric
He-
Bischoff. I
He
mean,
he
Back around
he
then,
put a
right?
title belt on David Arquette. You don't have a serious wrestling company if David Arquette is your champion.
I agree with that.
Wasn't that for Ready to Rumble?
It was.
Isn't that
I
like
think
a
it was
PR
supposed
stunt?
to be, yeah.
Yep. Yep, they
Pretty
even had the
funny
3
stuff.
cages too, but
Listen,
I mean, it's all over. Everything
Forget-
intertwines.
forget all of them. What we need is Xenomania Championship Wrestling.
That'd be
XCW.
fun.
Yeah.
XCW has a nice ring to
It
it.
does, doesn't it?
Maybe we can, commission the White House to have the first like Royal Rumble style event.
No,
up in
no,
the lawn.
we don't
Really?
have to. We don't have to go to the White House for that.
You don't have to go?
No,
Okay.
Madison,
What
go
you
to the
gonna
Capitol.
do when Xenomania runs wild on you, brother?
Nice, very nice. So this week, guys out there, we are discussing the horror movie Oddity.
which I feel like it's so good. It was a first watch for me. I feel like was it a first watch? It was a first watch for you too, Currents, right? First watch for you, John, or you've seen it?
No, I watched it a few months ago for the first time.
It's so good. I feel like it's an underrated gem.
Mm-hmm.
Like it doesn't get a
really
lot of
is.
recognition.
Unrealized
It
or
really is.
underrealized. Yeah.
See, it's written and directed by Damian McCarthy, who's probably about to blow up with Hokum.
Yeah. I mean, what we saw with Oddity, with the suspense, the lighting, the music. I mean, I was talking to John earlier about this. I jumped a few times during this film. Like legit jumps, and like I covered my eyes during one part, I'll admit. During the part where she's got her finger in the golem, I was like, there goes her fingers. I can't watch this. Mars Attacks put me in a PTSD moment since I was a kid. So, like,
Yeah.
it shows what he can do, and now a bigger budget, a well-known actor. I feel like he's going to be up there now.
Yeah,
Very likely.
it'll also depend on what choices he wants to make, too. I mean, everything he's done is written and directed by, so You know, he hasn't worked with anybody else's material, and I kind of hope it stays that way.
Yeah, he's got his own vibe, and it's a good vibe.
Mm-hmm.
The movie starts out with some panache too. It's not a terribly slow start. He gets the action going right away. He
Mhm.
understands a modern audience, I feel.
Yep.
You've
Yep.
got like the creepy dude from the mental institution at the
Mhm.
window.
He looked friendly.
Oh yeah, yeah.
my-
Never a glass eye that I wouldn't let in the house.
My favorite prosthetic eye in movie history, probably, with the, like, drawn on circle in the middle of it.
Yeah, nothing wrong here.
I mean, okay, not to get on a tangent, but Last Action Hero, that glass eye collection.
That was a good. That's a good glass
I'm
eye
just saying,
reference.
just saying.
But
It's a good reference. in
But
general,
like drawing the iris or pupil onto your own
Oh,
fake
it's
eye
difficult.
yourself, that's like a whole different level of like, I'm probably not mentally fit.
How is he gonna see?
certainly something to consider if you're on the other side of that door, wondering if I'm going to let this dude in.
Mm-hmm. Is that
Maybe not.
Sharpie on his eye?
Yeah. And what's more unnerving though, this drawn-on portion of the eye, or if it was just a white cue ball in his head?
I'll take the
Tell you.
Sharpie.
Yeah.
The Sharpie's creepier.
I mean,
I
Yeah,
think
it's so
the Sharpie is
simple.
creepier too.
here.
I think the just keeping it white sort of makes him seem a little lazy. He didn't have an idea for what to do with it.
Or shoot, I've never seen an all-white one before. That would be very unnerving. Like in the real world, I've met many people with prosthetic eyes, glass eyes, whatever we call them. Never seen one
Many?
that was just
Wow.
many, at least 10.
Wow,
Where
really?
we work together, gentlemen,
Yep.
I've met at least 4.
Yep. I know one from where we work. So
I'm trying to do the math. I can only think of like 2. I'm not gonna name names.
Oh, no.
I thought
obviously.
one was a lazy eye at one point, but no, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not.
no.
So this is over the span of many years, but still, some have come and some have gone.
They've flown the coop.
Anywho, they have. But yeah, the prosthetic eye is interesting. I definitely, so one of the things that the writer and director does is he pulls from lots of different traditions, and that eye, the way that they drew it, is definitely to make you think of the evil eye.
Oh
I
yeah.
can
You guys
see
ever
that.
heard of the evil eye? It looks just like one, especially when she's using her psychic powers on it. Her witchcraft, voodoo, whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm. And
And
our glass-eyed guy, it presents as very intimidating, but Olin is not a bad guy.
one of the
Oh,
most
no.
benevolent characters maybe
Mhm.
in the movie. Unfortunately, he was a murderer.
But he wasn't. At least
But
not.
he was.
At least not in the instance.
He was protecting himself.
He was the protector at the house.
Yeah.
I can't
This is
say
the-
old Olin.
Olin?
Old Olin.
Old Olin.
Olin. Like those are syllables that don't flow real easily for me. But yeah, I mean, he overheard the plot at the hospital and went to warn her when he got released. He knew. He knew what was
Sure.
coming for Danny.
Which was nice foreshadowing because, he's saying he's from the mental institute. She Danny connects all the pieces. It's her husband, Ted's patient, and he keeps mentioning the voices. And she's like, mental institution, voices. This guy's insane. But as we get to figure out later on, it's the voices of the plan of what's going to happen to her. And it's like, it's a nice mixture. And I like that. He does a lot of foreshadowing. He does a lot of building up.
He does, and that's a nice misdirection too, because in the beginning you think it's him,
Yes.
and you kind of follow that thread for a little while. Though they do unravel it pretty quickly, and then you get your kind of your through line to the truth is the sister, as we continue on through the movie, which is pretty cool too. Actually, I thought that was going to kind of ruin it, but it worked out very, very well.
Yeah.
So the first one is the evil eye, which the Greeks. That's a Greek one, by the way. You guys are into that sort of thing out there.
Oh, yeah.
Look into your evil eyes.
Got a
Supposed to
war.
ward off evil and such, which works out pretty well considering the character.
And it does. And that you get a lot of like the character work in this whole thing is really good. You know, you get Ted who like you see him and you know this guy's just a wuss. Like
You got wuss
he,
from him? I thought he was
from
just
Ted,
I
yeah.
I thought he was
Ted,
a
A little bit.
jerk right from the
eh,
get-go.
well, yeah. I mean, I don't. Those are not mutually exclusive. You can be a jerk and a wuss, and but
Fair.
he's just sort of also like disinterested in the women in his life. You know, like Danny's talks to him on the phone, and he's just like, well, whatever. And then Yana's gets uncomfortable in the house for good reason. I mean, it's a house that someone was murdered in, regardless of who did it. And
A
he
lone female at that.
Yeah, and he just sort of poo-poos that, you know, like, "Oh, no, it's fine."
Double exposure with the camera stuff. He's a chode.
He's a workaholic too, I feel like. He's so focused on his work that, like, he feels like he doesn't have the time, but that makes him such a good antagonist because it shows
Mhm.
he doesn't really care. He's, like,
Yeah,
disconnected. I feel like yeah, like, the whole world to him is just everyone's a patient,
mhm.
basically. It's a human study to him.
And listen, I would start this by saying, you know, there's a lot of spoilers right here already, but it's not a deeply disguised mystery, as to who orchestrated Danny's murder.
Oh, no.
McCarthy doesn't go to great lengths to disguise the mystery. You know, you meet Olin and he's a nice misdirect for a few minutes, but then you know, you meet Ivan, the orderly, and Ted, and it's like, okay, maybe Olin's telling the truth.
I mean, you can also see it when Ted visits Danny and, he gives him the glass eye, Olin's glass eye to her.
Darcy.
Or not the
He
Darcy,
visit
I'm sorry, Danny
Darcy's the
Darcy.
one that was
Why
a
would he
didn't
do that though?
It
she
Like
asked
knowing
for it.
she's gonna yeah. Oh, okay.
She
But
asked
still
for the
though.
eye because you know, she's got the sort of psychic ability, and I
But
mean,
that's
I
why I would wonder why he would give it to her.
because he's a skeptic.
yes, he doesn't
He
believe in that stuff.
he's a medicine guy. He's a science guy. He didn't believe it. He didn't believe the bellhop bell either. You know,
Yeah, we found that out.
he
That was
didn't
cool.
Yeah, that was a great way to
he
end it.
you know, he dismisses Darcy as a kook, and I think he believes that giving her this glass eye is just gonna sort of calm her down and, you know, allow her enough closure so he doesn't have to deal with her anymore.
But you can
Yeah,
see the
it's
fear from him, though. You can like, the character at least, he is, like, scared of her in a little bit. He's nervous, he's, like, very quick, he wants to get out of there quickly. And,
Yeah.
you know, it shows more of that villainous role in him.
I think scared of her in the way that you're scared when you've done something wrong and it's right beneath the sheet and
Mhm.
she's like ready to pull it off. Like
Mhm.
that's the kind of vibe I got from her to him.
Yeah, yeah,
And
and you're worried that she's just perceptive enough to pick it up, and then, you know, you add in the element that he goes to see her in her creepy, like, cursed object antique shop.
Which was
yeah,
cool. Which would you guys go
that
visit
place
that
was awesome.
shop?
Oh,
If it was
absolutely.
real,
Yeah.
maybe not,
No,
to
I
be
would
honest.
absolutely go.
We go to as a group, it's in the city, we get a hot dog, maybe a pretzel, maybe a hero,
Like
you know?
you reach over and hit a bell and then one of us is dead. That's why I might not go.
What is this, the Necrocomic-Con?
Well,
Yeah, exactly.
you know
Page
one of
5.
us is idiot enough to ring the bell.
Exactly. It'll be a sign like there will be no ropes or anything. It'll just be a bell with a sign like "Do not ring," and then
Mhm.
boom, down to 2.
Ding, ding, ding.
But yeah, the oddities place, I'm not so sure I would go to visit. But she was a cool character. It's played by the same actress,
It
the
is the
sisters, because
same
they're twins.
actress. Yep, yep, and,
That was a nice way to do that, so that she doesn't, get no screen time for
Mhm.
dying like in the first
It's
5 minutes.
it's probably relevant to also mention that Darcy is blind.
Yep.
Yes, and it was
Mhm.
actually difficult to pick up on if you're like I was watching, going, she's blind, but she's
Mhm.
not acting blind, walking blind. She's moving very fluidly
Mhm.
and stuff like that. Now, so I'm not criticizing the movie for it, but it's easy to forget that she's blind while watching the movie.
She's a witch.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
maybe part of it.
that's what
Yeah.
that was my, like, excuse for it, 'cause I thought the same thing. I'm like, she's a witch, she can
Mhm.
probably see what's going on and all that.
It's Daredevil.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I was like, she's heightened senses.
And they
like,
there's really this element to this. McCarthy talks about his inspirations for his movies in general and particularly Oddity, and it's the Del Toro process
Mm.
okay,
where
I can see that.
he starts with these images and builds from the image, and you can
Sure.
definitely see that within Oddity is, you know, the golem, he builds from the golem, the bell, the house and the creepiness there. He, you know,
Bell is a classic misdirect too. Like
oh
I forget what
yeah.
you call the there's an actual trick where you a callback that you have something show up in the beginning and it turns into something very important later on, but it's
Mhm,
forgotten. I forget what the hell it's called.
It's,
mhm.
I might be getting the theory wrong. It's not the bomb theory. It might be, I mean, it connects to the bomb theory where you know where something might happen and you see it in the beginning, and then the character comes into contact with it. It's the Alfred Hitchcock theory, like, you see the bomb under the table, but you're more focused, I think, on the people having the conversation, and then
Mhm.
as the bomb's ticking, you're going back and forth between the ticking to the convo.
That's
Mhm.
it's a little different. This isn't that per se because it's not it's you've completely forgotten. Not ticking in the background, like, and
He
then it shows back up.
yeah,
It's another thing. I forget what the hell it's called.
he introduces the bell, and you're sure the bell is gonna play a role, and it doesn't.
No. Eh,
And then
ah,
you get the shots of Darcy in front of the big wooden crate, almost like praying to the crate. And then the next time you see the crate, it's being delivered to Ted and Yana at the house.
yeah.
And at that point, you don't even know what's inside the crate.
It's
Ted
kinda
does, I believe. I
cool.
believe that Ted, when he sees the crate, knows what's in it.
Bet she's super excited about it. Who wouldn't want that?
Who knew?
Huh?
Yeah.
That was pretty
Hey,
cool.
guys, congratulations on your relationship. Here's a big, creepy wooden crate with an even creepier golem inside of it.
Yeah, I believe it's Wooden Man in the movie, right? What do they call it specifically?
A wooden man, yeah. He calls it, in interviews, I've seen McCarthy sort of bounce between wooden man and golem.
Oh, he does name Golem.
Yeah.
Interesting. That
He
kinda
did.
sucks, though.
He definitely like says that it's, based on that golem concept.
Yeah, it's not too much of a reach, though.
Yeah.
I think to figure it out on our own, I
Yeah.
guess. But still, it would've been nice if he left it unnamed. The Wooden Man is a Golem.
Mhm.
That artistic flair to it.
Just the
Mhm.
wooden man.
Kinda like the Evil Eye is very clearly an evil eye, but he doesn't talk about
Yeah,
well, I
yeah.
haven't seen anything about the evil eye part.
No, I read a bunch of interviews with him that the eye doesn't come up at all.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense the way if you think about it that way, but it's not necessarily that doesn't mean and this is something I learned from literature, it doesn't mean it was intended,
I was gonna
Mhm.
but it
say
does fit awfully nicely.
accidental symbolism,
Yeah,
which
sometimes that's a thing.
it happens in movies, and it sometimes it works, or it's like, okay, we can connect in. Sometimes it doesn't. This time it worked.
Right.
I'm shocked he hasn't noticed it
Or
though.
it wasn't accidental at all, it's just he didn't talk about it. I'm bouncing between those 2 things.
Mhm.
'Cause it isn't like, it looks just like the traditional evil eye. It's really hard to discount
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, it's a lot of those little things that he does in this movie feel like they're intentional. Like, maybe it's accidental, but I don't think so. I think, like, a lot of this is very intentional.
He's an interesting guy too in that he hodgepodges stuff. He
Mhm.
uses this kind of broader umbrella mysticism thing, witchcraft, and I'm
Mhm.
guessing he's probably gonna do this in Hokum too,
Oh,
and he just
absolutely.
pulls in a bunch of crap
Yeah.
and it works, so it
Yeah.
doesn't upset me, but
Yeah.
it's a risky thing to do.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, he uses the golem sort of tail, which I think you can elaborate on some, Kearns.
A little bit, it's Jewish. A lot of people don't realize that if you're like a
Mhm.
Final Fantasy player or something, you've seen Golem pop up.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
a lot of people think of Gollum from Lord of the Rings too,
Yeah.
not related. It's just that's Gollum.
Hmm.
Maybe Tolkien had something in mind for that, but that's not. Yeah, it's not a thing. The golem's cool because it harkens back to like the Talmud, Babylon. Like you're talking way back in the First Testament stuff
Hmm.
when they did have a lot of Jewish mysticism going around. Gnostic texts for Christianity would be the equivalent, I think. But the golem was a avatar of vengeance. So the rabbi was the only one who had the magical powers and knew the symbols and the chants to make it come to life. And there's in some of the stories, there's a spoon, a special spoon that the rabbi
Yep.
uses to scoop the mud to form the golem into its shape. And then he brings it to life, and the golem goes and exacts the revenge. But it's really common for them to go rogue. They're not perfect by any means. They can go rogue, they can do bad things.
Yep.
So you can have it you can well, I think in a lot of the ways that if you watch them and they're done too, there's the symbol on their forehead, which is emet, which means truth in Hebrew, and that's what gets it going. And then you have to whittle that down to met to kill it and turn it back to dust, and that's death. That's kind of neat. That's a little neat thing.
Yeah.
There's a good story too. It is like a rabbi of Prague, and he had to save a whole bunch of Jews from from persecution, which is a common story for the Jewish, unfortunately. And he used river mud to make the golem and sent it out to protect them. And it did a bunch of stuff. It wasn't just like clubbing people over the head, but then it started to go rogue, and he had to take it down, like get rid of it afterward. But it's a common symbol for divine creation, and how like it doesn't have a soul, so it's not allowed to speak, right? And people in biblical lore were made out of clay or earth, and we have a soul because we were made by the big maker, the big God guy.
Hmm.
So we're like the perfect creation. A golem is an imperfect creation made by us. It's a copy of a copy. Multiplicity. I like Pizza Steve. I'm done.
Hmm. Yeah. And like that kind of idea, despite this not being Jewish at all and being very Irish, McCarthy ties it in with, a simple question that I saw him working on in interviews also is, if you were a witch, what folklore would you use? If you were out to get revenge, knowing, believing that Ted killed your sister, how do you get your revenge? What folklore would that be?
Bro, voodoo.
Yeah.
1000% voodoo. That
Mhm.
feels just like the vengeance of
Mhm.
vengeance.
Mhm.
It's the most
I
brutal.
I
Yeah, you make them into zombies and
Yep.
stuff.
Mhm.
Serpent
But
of the
I
moon.
mean I mean, the thing about putting that golem there is how unsettling it is to have this life-size wooden man sitting at your table.
Oh, it's
40
unnerving.
minutes of runtime before
With
it
a
moves.
with
Yeah,
his
it's
with
so good
his
at building
mouth
dread.
agape, just
Mhm.
the
There's no way
whole
I'd keep that in the
time.
And
house.
then it's like
No.
its movements, like you see it for 1 second looking up or looking to the side, and then
Mhm.
the camera pulls away for the reaction, then goes back. It's just like you're like, and then you hear the music in the background, and it's like it sent chills on my spine. Like I would jump at those
Mhm.
scenes. Besides the white
Yeah,
mass scene, the woodman, the wood golem is like, what are we doing? Because you're waiting for him to move. You're waiting for him to do something. It's like the
Mhm.
biting down of the finger. You just want to see something, but you're like, crap. You're like, you're
Mhm.
ready, you know? You're ready to be
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, every time anybody is near the wooden man in this movie, you're waiting for that moment.
And
Y
I was waiting for when she was pulling stuff out of the head,
Mhm.
or who was pulling stuff out of the head?
It was
Somebody was
Yana.
yeah, she was pulling stuff out of the head. And, she gets away clean on this one. She's
Yeah,
innocent, so I guess it's
yeah.
deserved.
I mean,
she
she's I mean,
is she
for the
Only thing
most
she's guilty
part,
of is having a dump truck.
yeah, it's sort of implied that maybe Ted and Yana's relationship predated Danny's death,
Yeah.
I thought they
but
made it
Yeah.
obvious though
Didn't wanna
when
kill her, though.
she does make make it known to at least the audience that they've been in a relationship for at least 2 years when she's talking to Ted on the cell
Mhm.
phone. So, I mean, even though she
Yeah.
says it's friendship, she's like, "Oh, Darcy knows a little bit more," and that's what makes her more
Mhm.
freaked out. But, I mean, the scene where I thought she was gonna put her finger in it and, like, the hole, and then it was gonna get trapped. That was another scene I cringed at too, but,
Mhm.
I mean, I feel like you get the suspense of her pulling everything, you're waiting for the woodman to go, like, to get up and do something that you forget about Darcy. Because then when you hear her echo, "Put them back," I mean, I
Mhm.
jumped to that too, because it's like, he's brilliant of using sounds and the music and the actors to amplify the
Mhm.
suspense, which is a lost art, I feel, nowadays.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely agree with that.
Yeah, he uses everything to build the suspense, and he cashes in on it.
Yeah, I guess.
It's not like some other movies we've talked about before where they build suspense and then that's it. He's just built suspense for no reason. He cashes in.
Yeah. Yeah, he does. I was thinking about movies that didn't cash in, and I feel like a lot of the movies we've watched, a good majority have cashed in, and some haven't, like, Fright Night Part 2, the remake,
Mhm.
not the
Mhm.
OG. But the
Ah,
one movie we haven't covered that I think hits a spot is Bring Her Back, but we gotta talk about that another time.
We're never gonna talk about that. By the way, the thing was Chekhov's gun. The
Yes.
film technique is
Yes.
Chekhov's gun, yeah.
I'm
I had to look it up, it was bothering me.
No, that's fine. Chekhov's gun, yes.
Part about the bell is at the end is that it's the fact that he is a non-believer, because you brought that up, I
mhm,
never thought of that. That's what makes him ring it, because he's a
mhm.
pretentious asshole,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that's pretty cool.
Like, all this weird stuff just happened, but I'm a man of science. There's no way any of that was weird. It just happened.
Mhm. Very cool.
Mhm.
Oddity itself is a cool movie in its simplicity. It doesn't really try too much trickery.
No,
It's very kinda straightforward in what it
no.
does.
Yeah, I don't really the one misdirect is, like, the first 15 minutes with Olin,
Yeah.
and then it's
And his first jump scare, really, there's not too many jump scares after that. There are some, like, when she yells with that
mhm,
supernaturally enhanced voice,
mhm.
and a couple things with the fall is what is the word? Televised in advance or whatever. We
Telegraph,
know
telegraph.
telegraph, thank you. We know that she's gonna fall through the hole
Yeah,
probably.
Yeah.
yeah,
Some witch she is.
Oh, yeah, true, because she's blind. That's a good question.
yeah.
Why couldn't she tell? She can walk fine because of whatever power she has. Why couldn't she tell where the hole was?
I think that's just they were just lazy in making her be blindish,
It
to
was
be
it
honest with you. I
was
don't think she's, like,
I
using its powers to walk. It was too
yeah, like,
dark,
I don't know,
right?
I just sort of feel like maybe at that point she had accomplished what she set out to accomplish,
Very possible.
and she
true.
didn't really actively attempt to avoid the hole. Because she also had to have heard him open the floor.
That is true.
I mean, it's not like she was somewhere completely different and he did. She was, a couple feet away.
Yeah. He was the fact she didn't hear it is also a little I mean, that's what I said, though, like, the kind of movie it is, they're not trying to make you think
Mhm.
it's not Inception, it's not Shutter Island.
No,
We don't have
no.
to worry about the scrapes and stuff. It's like
Yeah,
he moved the
yeah.
board, she didn't know it was there, she fell through the
Mhm,
hole.
mhm. Or she knew it was there and fell through the hole anyway.
That's possible too.
Job
She was
done.
laying there like,
Mhm,
go along with my bidding."
mhm.
I mean,
And so it
She
does.
she was playing a game,
she did. I
a
mean,
golem game.
when you see the bell in the beginning, she does put it in a package for delivery. So it's already
Mhm,
set in stone from there. So
mhm.
she knew her death. I mean, but do you think she would know her death then?
I mean, if she's any kind of a witch, maybe,
You know? Because like if
maybe.
she's fighting for something, like I feel like she
Yeah,
falls through and it's like done, you know? Like,
but that was her game.
okay.
I have a game. Do you guys
Yeah,
wanna
Let's
let's
play a
play a
game.
game?
Let's
yes.
play a game, you
Let's
creeper.
play a game. I have a game. It's our usual slasher stash. usual rules apply. You get to stash 3 of them. You're gonna have to get rid of 5. Unless you guess the theme, then I'll let you have an extra one. However, if you guess it wrong, you lose one.
Okay.
I'm
So we'll
Fair.
start here.
Yeah. Stash.
Yeah, I have to stash it.
Like this is
I have to stash. It's Halloween.
it's what made slasher like slasher. I mean, you have Black Christmas, you have Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but then Halloween puts in like the foresight. Plus, it's John Carpenter. Love John Carpenter. But this is an interesting
Any
theme.
guesses?
That's what I'm like.
I do have a guess, but I'm sitting on it until I see the next title.
All right. Let's give you the next one. I don't think it's going to help. Maybe
Oh.
Reanimated killers or creatures.
Oh, unfortunately
Not quite. Well, those are 2 reanimated killers or creatures, though.
They are.
Just
Although
saying.
in Halloween, Michael Myers is not yet reanimated.
Nope, he's a shape.
It's
Yeah, he's
yeah.
still original Michael Myers. He
I
hasn't
lose
died
one. Well, I guess
Yeah.
this is my second stash.
yet. Yeah, this is gonna get painful for you.
I'm happy with Halloween and Frankenstein.
We'll see how happy.
Let's see.
Brian,
I'm so it's hard because I'm trying to figure out if I want to stash or slash, but then at the same time I'm trying to think of the theme. Cause
It's interesting.
I mean,
Wait.
like with Halloween, he's not reincarnated. That's the same thing with Frankenstein.
Reincarnated instead of reanimated.
But he's not even reanimated in the first one. I mean, he disappears, but the idea of him disappearing is he's a shape. He's a part of like the world technically. With Frankenstein, it's a
He's
creation.
reanimated.
he has reanimated body parts.
Not necessarily like Frankenstein. That's
No.
true.
I'm slashing it. I'm sorry. Sorry, Del Toro.
Ooh.
That's fine. So we were supposed to have 3, right? So by losing one, I'm down to like none.
However, I mean, you
I
can
can't guess anymore, right?
No,
Okay.
you can guess again, but after this movie, there's no more guesses. So I guess you're sort of an
Well-
unplanned for spot where you get a free guess here.
What if he?
Yeah.
What
I'm
if?
out of ideas.
What if he guesses and he gets it, and then he gets his spot back? Is that possible?
If-
That's what would
yes,
happen.
yes.
You would
Okay.
get the.
Yeah, he'd
but I'd
get
only
back-
get 1 back, not
he'd get
the
back
double.
to 3. Yeah, he wouldn't get 2. He'd just go back to 3.
That's not
So
bad.
let's
Not
see.
running that
Let's-
kind of operation.
Let's see if the third movie gives us something away. Oh, wrong
Halloween.
way. Wrong way. Oh, wrong way.
Oh no!
What?
Lots of hints. Oh, see, reanimated. I
There-
don't know, man. Scientists.
They're doctors.
There's,
Oh,
there's
nice
something
job,
there.
Ryan. They are all doctors.
But doctors are kinds of scientists, and I said that before he said doctors.
4.
I did, but it doesn't
We're,
count.
we're gonna have
get-
to check the
You
tape.
can have his hollow victory. Oh, it's there, buddy. I said scientist before you said doctor.
He
That's
did.
okay.
He did.
It's all good.
Give him. Give him his,
Doctor's a better answer.
give him his 3. Give him his
No, I'm
3.
fine. I'm fine.
Are you?
Well, I
are
mean,
you
we'll
sure?
see.
I mean, you have Halloween.
We'll see. He might.
You have.
He might legitimately be fine.
So I have 4 now.
Right.
So let's
Yeah,
see.
you might. You might. I feel like you might struggle to fill this in yourself.
So
Dun, dun,
I've
dun.
kept Halloween. Got rid of Frankenstein. I'm gonna keep Reanimator. I do like Reanimator. I do need to watch the
Yeah, that's good.
Although,
Uncut version.
hold on. I may have to add a rule going forward because you have slashed Reanimator before. Reanimator might not
Oh, I think
exist
it
in your
doesn't exist in
world.
your universe anymore.
It might not
I'm
exist in
bringing
your
it back.
world.
It just came out in theater.
No. You
Came out in
can't. You
theaters
can't.
just last week.
You can't bring a movie that you slashed out of existence. Yeah,
a
you
new
know
week,
what? That's
new
a new
world.
rule going for. New rule going forward. If you slash a movie out of existence, you have to always slash it.
Oh,
That's wild, actually. It's a really good idea.
It's gonna take a lot of memory on my part.
Yes.
yeah, it
Almost
is.
impossible.
Well, I'm gonna stash it this week though.
Yeah, you better.
Oh,
All
I
right,
am.
next one. The
This movie
amazing
messed me up
Dr.
good.
Giggles.
Yeah, this one messed me up. I still can't stand scalpels because of this.
What's
I
worse,
love
Dr.
this movie.
Giggles or Pet Cemetery?
Dr. Giggles. Pet Cemetery is pretty rough too, though, because that's the Achilles tendon. Chucky used to do that too.
Yep. Memories.
Well, yeah,
Never
slashing the
trust it with a
Achilles
sharp
tendon
object.
is the tool of the short killer.
Yeah. The Lilliputian method, we call it.
So, Ryan, where do we stand on Dr. Giggles?
I'm gonna slash it. I'm gonna slash it.
Which
Saw that.
makes
Saw that
movie number
box on it.
5.
Oh, I was waiting for currents. I was like, oh man, what the
Yeah,
what?
no, he doesn't have to because all this is
Got
out of
nothing.
his world.
I'm sitting easy over here in my failure.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I never heard of this movie.
You never. Oh man,
Like this is
Corbin Burnson as a dentist falling apart.
I just gotta I'm getting along with my dentist again. I can't watch a horror movie. It's gonna send me right back. It's gonna send me right back. PTSD. I'm gonna slash it.
Yeah, all right.
It's a nice cover though.
It's not the one I wanted to get for it. I just couldn't find the one I wanted. Next,
Vincent Price.
yeah,
Which movie is this? What number are we on now?
Abominable Dr. Phibes. This is movie 6.
And there's 2 more.
It's a new one by me.
You never seen
Oh,
Dr.
I love
Phibes?
this one.
It's a romantic horror film. It's romanticism at its best. But I gotta slash it. Because we talked earlier, if there's something on here, I do want to stash it. If it's on here. It might not be, but I'll take the chance.
All right, we'll see. So you're in the opposite spot now. You have to stash these last 2.
I'm fine with that. Let's see.
All right, so
Yes, I'm fine with that.
That's not bad.
I'm fine with it.
I want to see you watch it. I want to see you watch this at midnight in a sweaty room.
All right, let's do it.
Let's see it.
Let's do it.
Let's see you do it.
Dr. Frankenfooter.
I have to tell you guys, I'm not a fan.
No.
You've admitted this
Well, you're
on
not
the
not a
podcast,
fan.
probably within the first 10 episodes.
You're not a
I
musical
want to
guy,
be
though.
a fan. Yeah, that's what it is. There's not many musicals that get into my brain.
It's Tim Curry. Like Tim Curry just kills it.
Still alive.
Yes, he is.
Still alive.
Still alive. The Cardinal.
Still alive. And the last movie, I wonder if this is what you were thinking, Ryan.
No, but I'll
choice.
accept it. I thought it was Bring Her Back. Because you name dropped it earlier. I was ready.
I didn't name drop Bring Her Back. You did.
I love Bring Her Back, man. No, I'll accept The Fly. Jeff Goldblum. Just for the time, the special effects were ahead of its time.
Blame me for Bring Her Back sneaking in here again.
Why is it even being mentioned? It had nothing to do with it.
Next year, April 1st, Bring Her Back. Got it. It's on the schedule.
On the schedule.
April
Is it
1st.
Schedule.
Is it Ryan?
April 1st. Schedule.
I don't know about all that, buddy.
The schedule.
Schedule. Make a sandwich afterwards. You know how it goes. That was a good game.
All right. That was a good one.
I like that one. I like the consequences. I like that. I like it when there's real consequences.
Shit goes
for
wrong.
it. Yeah.
It's fun.
I get a little nervous about that. It's
So-
like,
One of the things I like is how much of the torment falls on the most innocent of the people in Yana. Like, she's the one that feels all of the creepiness in that house after Darcy shows up with
But
the
do you-
wooden man.
do you really feel bad for
True.
her? I didn't feel bad for
I
her.
do. I do because she didn't hurt anybody. You know, she probably engaged in somebody else's extramarital affair. There's no indication she was in a relationship when she and Ted got together. That you can't like that. That's like daytime talk show logic where you get mad at the person your spouse was cheating with, not your spouse who did it.
Fair.
you want to fight the other woman all the time or the other man all the time, but that's not the one who did anything.
So we're going the Maury Povich way, not the Jerry Springer way. Got it.
I mean, that's who you should be mad at. Like, but poor Yana she finds the camera with the creepy pictures. She's dealing with the wooden man and Darcy, who, y- you know, I don't know how she is in her real life, but once she gets to that house, Darcy's a pretty creepy person too. Just sort of
Yeah.
sitting, staring unseeingly and, into the void and only really broken up by some awkward conversation and a yell.
Yeah, she had a plan though, but I feel like that's why. But she had to be like that because of all the anger and the resentment she had because of
Mhm.
knowing the truth. I feel like you see the real her when she's in the oddity shop where she's in her comfort zone. A little more calm.
Well,
A wild place to be in your comfort zone, right?
I
I mean,
mean,
if you're a witch, that's probably where it would be.
yep.
But I also feel like there's an element of fact finding in the time she spends with Darcy, where with Yana rather that Darcy spends with Yana, where she's sort of assessing what Yana's involvement in Danny's death is, and like, do I need for Yana to go too, or am I just directing this at Ted and Ivan?
Yeah, I can see
That
that.
she cares enough not to be like a complete psychopath and just kill everybody. It's
Mhm.
kind of nice.
She's got empathy.
I Well, yeah. I mean, and she's a very sympathetic character, not just the blindness, but I mean, it seems pretty clear that that's her human connection, that it's her and her sister, and that's like all Darcy really had.
Yeah.
They never mention other family. There's no indication that Darcy has a spouse or a significant other. It seems like it's the antique shop and Danny.
I feel like that's alluded in the beginning too when she wants her to come over for dinner and Ted's
Mhm.
like trying to push it off because of course him knowing what's going to happen. And
Mhm.
Danny's just like, no, we should have her over. She's alone and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. And, Ted is largely opposed to Darcy ever coming to that house, and then Darcy just shows. Like,
He
"Nah,
arrives
He
to
did
I'm
cleanse
coming
house.
invite.
anyway."
He invited her. Kind.
Yeah, kind
Kinda.
of in the sort of way you invite anybody you don't really want to come over, like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, when everything sort of clears up, we'll have you over." The
Why? We should put an end to putting on airs and formalities like that, being nice. No, just say what you mean.
Absolutely.
No, you're not my
Absolutely.
sister-in-law anymore. Ha.
Nah, you know what? I don't want you to come to my house. Like, there's nothing there for
Ugh.
you. I'll
Big
send you
hole in
your
the floor.
sister's things and
Sis. Box of strawberries.
Pours her ashes all over her items and ships them in a trunk. Can we talk about the fact that they live in a castle real quick? Like, who has a stone house?
that place is awesome.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's gotta
It's
be a bitch to heat, but
awesome.
it's awesome.
Mhm.
Hey,
Oh, definitely.
you think? I mean, how much oil you think?
That place is cold in July.
Which is actually
Yeah,
nice
They're not
though. That would
it's
be nice.
100. That's the kind of place that's cold all the time.
how do you keep it yeah, how do you keep it from being drafty? I don't know. And the vaulted ceilings and stuff too? Yes. Let's get some reviews. I wanna see what other people thought about this Irish gem.
All
Well,
right,
pseudo-Irish
I know
gem.
there's
we
gonna be a
can.
1 star. Can we do bad reviews first? Because
You
like
want to do the bad ones
I really
first?
want to hear what people negatively said about this because I feel like there's nothing really negative. Not saying it's a 5 out of 5, but I don't feel like it's not a bad movie to deserve a negative, like a
Mhm.
1 star or a half
Okay.
star.
Nostalgia to it.
Okay.
It reminds me in a way of like Sinister and how it pulls
Yep.
off something that you haven't
Mhm.
felt in a while. And I like
Mhm.
that feeling watching a movie.
Yep. Yep. So this is 96% with the critics
Cool.
and 77% audience. And as Ryan requested, we'll start with the 1 star. We'll start with the half star.
Oh, there's
Uh, half star. This was one of the dumbest, most boring horror movies I've seen in a while. Just stupid. I did not find this scary in the least. While I cared absolutely nothing for the main characters, it was still easy to predict the outcome. I found the golem to be a needless plot driver that made me laugh. He sat at the dinner table like a fuming Pinocchio with his dumb mouth wide open, like he's trying to swallow an extra large 12-inch sub from Harris Teeter on cheap
Whoa.
sub Mondays.
Whoa, guys.
This movie sucked and in no way lives up to the hype. Please avoid at all costs. Go see Black Phone 2 instead.
Really?
Oh, now we know the real agenda. The real agenda is to
Yep.
drive people to Black Phone 2. Oh, man.
Yeah. That's a rough one.
That was a tough
is a
one.
rough
I'm glad
one.
we got that out of the way early.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine ending our
here-
segment on that. That would have been horrible.
Here's the 1 star. Absolute dialogue and actions that would never exist. I'd excuse that if it was fun, but not at all. Elephant in the room? How about a lifelike dummy? Let's shh. He's missing? No reception? Dude, if there is a noise in the house, you go outside. I want a realistic movie where there is a haunting and the family goes outside in the street, calls the cops. Viewers learn this. Lean into the investigation. Blind people have third senses. Why call the police when you can call anyone and everyone else?
I guess there you have it.
Yep.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
call the police. It's okay.
Call the
I mean,
police.
you call the police against magical creatures and stuff. You've seen the movies, you know. They just
Yeah,
get mad at you.
You're only supposed to call the cops when you see Tupac.
I mean, that technically would be a magical creature now, wouldn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, well, maybe. It depends if you believe he's dead or not.
Do you think he's dead?
Yeah,
Yes,
I
I
do.
do.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
They peeled him out of that car
Yeah.
in Vegas.
Yeah.
All right. So let's end on a positive 5-star review.
5-star.
Okie dokie.
One of the best horrors I've seen in a long time. Tense, atmospheric, and has a few scares that really got me. And as a horror fan, I usually see these jump scare from a mile away. 100% recommended if you're into horror.
That's a great review
That was a good review.
for this movie.
Yeah.
Ryan, what do you think it deserves?
I think it deserves 4 out of 5 stars. It's not a 5. It
seems reasonable to me.
not a 5 out of 5. I believe, like, with Holcomb coming out, he's grown as a director. He's grown as a writer. And I would hope that would be the 5 out of 5. He'll probably be a 4.5 out of 5 because he's still working up. But Oddity hits all the points. It's suspenseful. The music's great. I do enjoy the writing. You know, the characters are good. You know who's good. You know who's bad. You know the agenda. It works. And I can't wait to see more from him after Holcomb. Because I feel like the way he's going, he's really going into, like, the folklore and a lot of the old stories, which I like. But also, I'm a big Universal horror fan, and I felt that a lot with the music and the suspense. Like, a horror movie doesn't have to be bloody or gory to be suspenseful or to be scary. It's always, or it can always be in the music or just what the characters are doing or what's going on in the background. And he does nail it.
Good job. Really good job. It was nice. It's nice to see that there's hope for these newer directors and writers to be able to bring that and pay homage to the old style of horror, but in a modern day. And I thought it was going to die. About 10 years ago, I really did think that we didn't have much hope for any great filmmaking in the future in the way that it used to be. Like, what's the evolution going to look like? If it's this, that's great. It's a little thin for me as far as how deep things go, but that's
Yeah.
not it doesn't have to be deep. And this kind of proves that. I like movies that go deeper, but it doesn't need to. It throws a golem at you. It throws an evil eye at you. It's like witchcraft is real. And it goes in that direction and you just once you realize that, as long as you shut yourself up and just enjoy the movie, it's a great watch. 4 out of 5
Mhm.
is what I give it to. I think it was just a great time. Welcome surprise.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. This never happens, guys, but I'm gonna say it's a 4 also.
Yeah, this never
We
Wow,
happens.
was
yeah,
yours?
we never all agree.
We don't do this.
Sure.
But yeah, I mean, for the reasons you guys said, it's not a fully unique vision. You can pick up some notes of some other stuff, but the way McCarthy pulls it all together, he and pulls these ideas in and makes it work and then pays it off at the end. You know, you get that flash at the end where Ted's gonna get away with it. That Darcy's dead, Yana moved out, Ivan is hospitalized and likely to stay in some sort of either prison or mental facility for the rest of his life. And Ted's just sort of being Ted. And, it's the final development of the character of this guy who he thinks he knows more than everybody. He has to ring that bell. And that's where it gets the 4 stars for me is just wrapping it up tightly like that. Like the messages and stuff, that's fine because I mean, like, if you love Romero, like
Oh, 100%.
there's messages in everything he's ever done.
I think the
Whether
key is, like, keep it so that you don't make the message the movie.
yeah,
That's the part. You've gotta remember to storytell, and like Ryan was saying, like, getting so like, pulled into, like, the cuts and the lighting and the sound and, like,
yeah,
all the little pieces and stuff. If you remember the fundamentals of telling a story and you have the talent, those things
mhm,
add to it, and then the message is like that beautiful layer on top, and when it's done right, you feel it. Um, I I I just kinda, like feel like that's the key to being happy and watching it too, like you're saying, not to overanalyze. But it's so hard once you become in the know. Ryan, I stopped reading for a long time.
Yep.
When I was reading like 30 books a year,
mhm,
when I started like thinking about it all the time, it fucking
Yeah.
didn't have any appeal to me whatsoever to read it.
You kinda like it's not falling out of love, it's just like you need the break, and it hurt me
Yeah.
because it's like that's I'm behind on a lot of movies because of it, because it's like I just like it helped me, but it also ruined me at the same time because it's like I went to see Inception with a date, she fell asleep, and I'm there, like, watching it, analyzing it, like, "What are we doing here?" Like, the thimble and this, and what dream are we in, and
mhm,
what we're
mhm.
going through, and you know what? That leads us into our top 5 for tonight, and our top 5, or at least for me, are films that are suspenseful, that make me jump, and have stuck with me, and I know this list is gonna keep changing, but I was talking with Jada, and to start it off, it's a movie that we actually watch. It's hard to find. It used to be on Netflix, and then they removed it. And I think I recommended it to you guys last year, and then they removed it. It's a movie called Ghostland. We'll start it off. It's about a mother and 2 daughters. They're traveling to a house that they inherited, and they run into this candy truck. And this candy truck is with this. It's interesting person driving the truck. I can't really describe, but the big guy with her or him is a big babyish person and they're serial killers. And what happens is they put these 2 girls and the mom through so much trauma. The mom dies and the sisters are rescued. But throughout the whole movie, you get the suspense of going back and forth between their trauma as well as the current time, but what is real and what is unreal. And that's how I'm gonna leave it because I don't wanna spoil anything. There's a lot of curves and twists, and it's definitely a good watch, which leads to my number 4, which I will definitely spoil, and that's Joyride. Chris Walker, sorry, Paul Walker, Steve Zahn, Lily Sobieski, directed by John Dahl, written by Clay Tarver, J.J. Abrams. It's an enjoyable ride. You got, Ted Levine too as, like, the voice of the main killer. Uh, I want to say Seabass. It's not Seabass. Not the guy from Dumb and Dumber. It's Rusty Nail. It's a good movie. I always
Mhm.
get suspense. I've seen it a million times, but like tractor trailers are scary. Since the days of we just talked about it the other week. Maximum Overdrive. Trucks scare me, and now to have like a human behind the truck doing all this chaos, it's like suspense after suspense, and that leads into number 3, Death Proof, Kurt Russell, Rosario Dawson. You got a whole list. Rose McGowan, Zoe Bell. I mean, it starts off fast-paced. Kurt Russell plays stuntman Mike. He's a killer stuntman with a killer car, which basically does all his killing. But the suspense really builds up in the last 30 minutes of the film when we have this insane car chase with Zoe Bell on the hood of the car. And she's a real stunt woman. Tarantino directed and written, and how he shoots it where you see her almost flying off, grasping the car. You're at the edge of your seat because you don't know what's going to happen. Is she going to make it?
Right.
Is she not going to make it? And it's just all over the place. But number 2, I mean, you're over the place too with it, and that's The Hitcher. Rucker Hauer, C. Thomas Howell. I just watched it for the first time, I think it was last year, and I was on the edge of my seat. I didn't expect anything, and I mean, I was rooting for Rucker Howard. I'm a Rucker Howard fan, even though he's sadistic in it. It's just like, what is he gonna do next? How is he gonna put C. Thomas Howell into more danger, into more terror? And you're like, you want to see more. And that leads to my number 1, the top of the suspense films, and that's John Carpenter's The Thing. I You're on the edge of your seat for the entire movie. You don't know who's who. Uh, you know, it's just a great film. I know we're gonna be covering it, but I gotta wave my flag for The Thing. I love it. That's my top 5.
Nice.
Good one. One of the best.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll
Cliffhanger ending.
Oh.
Masterclass.
listen. John showed me a nice Mac Ready figure today, action figure. I might do it. He survived. He
Should.
made it.
You should.
He's got the whiskey in hand. But what's your top 5? What is your top?
Well, I took my top 5 inspiration from The Bell and the Wooden Man, and I went with top 5 cursed objects.
Nice choice.
I'm going to preface this with I went a little deeper than, again, Evil Dead, Hellraiser, things where they're the more mainstream ones I mostly avoided.
Okay.
So my number 5 is going to be a cursed car tire, and it's rubber.
Yes. That got referenced a couple days ago.
Yeah. So Rubber is Quentin Dupuy's absurd killer tire movie, and it's one of the strangest movies you'll ever find for no reason. A cursed tire rolls around the desert on a murderous rampage for no reason, while spectators watch the film that is they believe to be being made out of a murderous tire. The tire has psychokinetic powers, and it, makes things blow up and die. It's right up there.
That's everything you want out of a rubber.
A little bit of scanners.
Yeah, a little scanners, a little maximum overdrive, I guess. It's a tire.
Tire.
But yeah, it's really not much you've ever seen. Yeah. Number 4, we're gonna go with really, really early Guillermo del Toro, and that's Kronos.
Ooh.
Oh, cool.
That's a good film.
This one we could do. We could do a lot of the history around it too. As the Inquisition spreads to the New World, an alchemist creates a device called Kronos that can grant eternal life. 400 years later, an antiques dealer comes into possession of the statue that houses the device and begins to feel its effects. Before long, others want to gain possession for themselves.
You want to know something? Someone categorized it as somewhat of a vampire film, and I can see it, but I can't, if that makes sense.
I mean-
with the scarab.
I mean, the eternal life thing too. Like that's
Yeah,
you know,
true.
eternal life,
Vampire, it
vampires.
has
That's
to
very
do with
vampiric. Yeah.
does it suck the life out of anything to stay alive or to make you live? Do you vampirize? It's not really
It's it's a similar world, I think, maybe, but it's not.
not quite there. Plus, the
Yeah.
illusion goes right to, the Titan and all that time,
hmm
eternal life. Good stuff.
My number 3, I don't think we will confuse for a vampire movie in any way, shape, or form. And John Carpenter's showing up on my top 5 tonight, and it's Christine.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Carpenter thing.
Yeah, John Carpenter, Stephen King adaptation of cursed 1958 Red Plymouth Fury. 21 years after its fatal beginning, Arnie acquires Christine and begins to restore the car, all the while transforming himself as he does the car, which then goes on a murderous rampage, eliminating any threats.
I like
That's a
Christine,
pretty cool.
Christine's
but
a good movie.
I feel like it's such an interesting pick for John Carpenter out of all the Stephen King novels. Like, imagine him doing
Mhm.
Children of the Corn
That would have been cool.
instead of like Village of the Damned, you know?
Mhm. Yeah, I would have liked to have seen that instead of Village of the Damned. I'm not a fan of Village of the Damned.
Really?
Um, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Village of the Damned was cool for the first 3.5 minutes.
Mhm.
Yeah, I
And
could see where he's
it's also like remakey, and the original black and white one was creepier, I thought.
fair on that. Well, the kids were creepier too.
Yeah, and that's what it is. The kids have to be creepier for that movie to work, and the original was creepier. My number 2 is also a movie that got remade. It's a cursed VHS tape. It's Ringu, the
Oh, cool.
Japanese original version of The Ring.
Okay.
Which I did watch back in the day. Boy, did I feel cool
Yep.
watching
Right?
Ringu.
Right? Like it's kind of fun to be able to say, "All right, that's the American version, but did you see the Japanese one?"
I didn't
It's like very Brooklyn of you, like, oh yeah, man.
Yeah.
Did you see?
I didn't know there was a Japanese version.
You didn't
Oh,
know Ring was the Japanese
I thought it was
remake of the
American.
Japanese one?
I thought because
No.
I knew
Okay.
The Grudge was Japanese, but I thought The
Mhm.
Ring was like an American answer. So,
Mhm.
okay, that's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
no, yeah.
Oh, we
They
were
were-
ripping off Japanese stuff left and
Oh,
right during
Yeah.
that era.
Yeah. I mean, the Japanese got so far down the Grudge and Ring Ringu Juan line that they had a crossover movie with the two spirits facing off.
I want to see that.
That's a
It was
sci-fi
on
version
Shudder
right
for
there
a
if I ever
while.
heard one.
Put the
Anyway,
tape
after
in.
the death of her niece, Reiko, a reporter sets out to find out the true cause of death, but watches the tape herself, which puts her on a 7-day timer to solve the mystery of the tape and save herself and her child who watches it.
That's the stakes get significantly higher with the
Mhm.
kid.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say, does the kid doesn't watch it in the American one, right?
No, I think the kid
Does the
does.
kid?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the kid does
it
see
still
it.
does. Okay.
The American one, she freaks out about it. We watched that movie at my buddy's house. Actually, the buddy who lived on RFK's property back then. Might have to cut that out. Don't want to flip anybody out about that. But
I
it was a
mean,
creep.
listen, you and I grew up in an area where that, that
Yeah,
was just there. It
Yes.
wasn't,
I
it's
used to
not a
play tag
political.
with the guy. Used to play manhunt with the guy.
hmm
It was wild.
I went to a fundraiser at that house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember like anything about the property at all? There was a graveyard, but that was a little further back. There was a carriage house.
Mhm.
That's where my buddy lived. Real creepy looking spot at night. We spent a
Yeah.
lot of time at that house at night.
Yeah, I wasn't there at night, but I can kind of see where it would be creepy at night.
We watched The Ring in his second story of his house and in his room that was the size of a closet. And
Mhm.
we left with the DVD in there. And we went to get beer, came back to the house, and we pull in and it's blasting. The volume is like maxed out, and we're just seeing all the light coming out of the window of the room and hearing the sound from the Ring DVD friggin' menu, and we were just like, "Oh no, 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 no!
Nope.
There's no way
Nope.
we're
Nope.
doing it."
Nope. Nope. Nope.
It's like, all right, well, I'm gonna grab this 30 rack and we're gonna walk up this, and so we did. But we
Yeah.
still can't explain why it was so loud. We can figure why the menu would start. DVD players did that all the time. The volume being maxed.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah.
a cat like stepped on a moat or something.
All the volume for the DVD menus were always louder than the actual DVD itself.
I mean, maxed out on the TV.
Oh.
Like no way we were watching it at that volume. Yeah. It was.
You don't.
I still get the creeps thinking about it. It was one of those good memories where it's like, I don't know if I want to do this, man.
Mm-hmm.
Do we got the 30 rack? All right, let's go.
Let's get up there and just die, I guess.
7 days.
Is that your number one?
No, that was number 2. My number 1 is a Dutch masterpiece called The Lift.
Oh, cool.
The
The
Lift.
lift. Never heard of it.
Yeah, I mean,
So, in Dick Moss's The Lift, the cursed object is something many people fear. Yeah, I know. Dick Moss.
I mean, we could do a whole episode on that name.
We should be doing episodes on some
Rolling
of his movies too.
Collects no moss. You know what I mean, guys?
Yeah. Yeah. So the cursed object in The Lift is something that
impressed at all.
something that people fear in everyday life to begin with.
the elevator.
And it's elevators. Yep. After numerous incidents, including the decapitation of a security guard, a repairman is called in, but he is unable to identify the problem. As the elevator continues its spree, the repairman is joined by a reporter to investigate the company that built the elevator.
Okay, so is it a super electronic elevator?
It's just an everyday, luxury building elevator.
Thinking of a season 1 episode of The X-Files with a similar concept. When was the movie made?
Before the X-Files.
That's okay. So the X-Files borrowed
It
from
was
that.
80s. Yeah.
It sounds like a good concept, but I'm wondering if it's like computer or demon. But
You'll have to watch. There's also an American remake of this.
devil?
No, I forget. Yeah, it's something. It's another play on elevators in the title. And it's also Dick Moss. He did the American remake too.
Oh, that's cool. So Dick Moss remade his own film.
Yeah.
You know, it's rare when directors do that. Hitchcock did that.
Also, it's even weirder. It just dawned on me because he remade it with Naomi Watts,
Huh.
who was in
Interesting.
the Ring remake.
Yeah. Just gonna say that was one of her claim to fame movies.
Yeah. Yeah, that didn't occur to me until just now.
Dick Moss.
Ooh, Dick Moss. Haven't
Dick
had it.
Moss. Yep.
It's a lot of
I
Moss.
figured
Right.
you guys would enjoy
Dutch
the name,
Master
too.
would be our number one.
The
Yes.
Dutch Master.
Dutch Master
both-
Dick
Dutch-
Moss.
Dutch
All right,
Master Dick Moss.
That is Oddity, everybody. So
is.
if
That
you
was
haven't
it.
seen Dick Moss, Oddity, you should get out there and see it.
Definitely watch Oddity.
For sure.
Come on.
It's
good.
definitely
And I mean-
it's on what, Hulu and Disney?
Yeah, easily accessible. Well, $20 a month now for Disney Plus. We have to talk about it. All right, guys. Well, everybody, before we end up getting canceled, let's finish the episode. That was Oddity, everybody. Hope you enjoyed.
Have a good one, guys.
Yeah.